Yo, what's poppin'? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, guys, listen. A big reason why you have trouble really getting sex from women is because you might feel guilty about being sexual with girls. A lot of times you've been conditioned to think that there's something wrong with you, being a man and being sexual and wanting to fuck a whole bunch of chicks and all this other stuff, right? See, it's natural for you to want to have sex with women. And sometimes you might just want to have sex with women and that's it, and it's okay. But you've been conditioned and you've been shamed into thinking that there's something wrong with just having casual sex with a girl. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is that if you're conditioned to think that it's wrong, what happens is that when you interact with women, you start to do things and start to say things and start to act in a certain way where you are not really putting yourself in a situation to actually get sex from a girl because you think there's something wrong. You think, oh, I shouldn't just have sex with her because that's wrong and she's gonna, feel used and, I'm gonna be a bad guy if I do that and do this. So all this stuff is going on in your head while you're trying to interact with the girl. You understand? And the thing is, you have to be okay with being sexual with women, right? So it's kind of like, if you're not okay with it, then it's not going to happen, right? Because you think there's something wrong with it. And you're going to be hesitating, you're going to be scared to, make that move and all this other stuff, right? Now, I know there's situations where you're going to get yourself in where it's best not to be sexual with a woman. You understand? Because I say that there has to be 150 million% cooperation when you're dealing with a girl and you're getting sexual with her. You understand what I'm saying? If a girl is being all wishy-washy or acting like she doesn't want to do something, you got to stop and you got to keep it moving. You understand? You don't want those type of problems. You feel me? So you just keep it moving. But the thing is that it's okay for you to initiate and flirt and do those things to make, the situations happen for yourself, right? But if you think it's wrong, it's not going to happen for you. It's the same way where, when people talk about money and they'll say stuff like money is the root of all evil and, all these rich people out here, they're just bad and they're scamming people out of money and blah, 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 right? So if you have that mindset where money is the root of evil and rich people are all assholes and all this other stuff, most likely you're never going to be rich because you think there's something wrong with it. You think there's something wrong with money. You understand what I'm saying? So you're not going to be able to get rich and get that type of money because your mindset makes you think there's something wrong with having a lot of money. So the same thing applies for when you're dealing with women. If you think there's something wrong with you looking at a chick and fantasizing about fucking her, if you think there's something wrong with you walking down the street and you turn around to look at a girl's ass, if you think there's something wrong with you flirting with a girl and trying to have sex with her, then you're not going to get in sexual situations because you're going to stop yourself because you think that it's a bad thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, I used to get a lot of emails from people, men and women, and, because I used to basically, I still do or whatever when I do these videos, but I remember there was times where I would have videos or write articles, talking about how to just, have sex with a lot of different girls here and there and rotate and all this other stuff. And so some people will be offended, like, oh my God, how could you say that? And, you're just using these girls and you're just looking at them as sex objects and yada, 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 yada. Right? But the thing is, there's nothing wrong with you just wanting to be sexual with a woman. Do you understand? There's nothing wrong with that, right? And the thing is, a lot of you have been tricked by society and by, the media and all these other different things that you're taking advantage of these innocent girls that, you're just using them. And a lot of these girls want to have sex with you too. and just do it. I remember one time, this is like the coolest shit ever, right? One time I met this chick. I'm not gonna say her name because I don't know if she's working at the same place. I don't want her to get fired or whatever. But anyway, so I met this chick, and she was from Boston, but she was in the city for the weekend because she was working at some spot that they do like stage plays and all this other stuff, like theater or whatever. And so what happened was, I met this chick at the show because I knew someone who was in the show. So, and she was like the stage manager. So I'm at the show, I see her, we start talking, and we exchange numbers or whatever, right? So I hit her up that night, and then we went out. Next, we was in, I think it was Central Park or whatever. We was like walking, talking, chilling, kissing, and all this other stuff. So she was telling me that her boss actually has an apartment in the city, right? So what happened was, she took me back to her boss's house, right? Now, her boss was in the house, but the boss was sleeping in the room, right? In her room, right? So me and this girl is in the living room, and we're having sex in her boss's living room while her boss is sleeping in her room, in the room. So we having sex or whatever, and this is like the quickest sex ever. It was probably maybe 5 to 10 minutes. It was just straight, And then so she came and all that other shit. And so after that was done, you understand? She was like, okay, that was great, but you got to get the fuck out. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it was just straight like that. So I was like, I'm good. You have a good night. It's awesome. Good meeting you. Peace the fuck out. You understand? So she wanted the sex, just as bad as I wanted the sex, right? So it's not anything where, you're taking advantage of these girls and you're using them and no, they want sex too. Don't get confused thinking that these girls don't want sex. You're hearing all these people talking all this garbage and all this other nonsense. If you want to have sex, you have sex. You talk to girls. You deal with the ones who cooperate. Again, remember, it has to be cooperation, right? And you make that happen. But don't feel guilty about being a man, having those sexual thoughts, those sexual urges, talking about it, checking women out. Do all of that shit. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do not fall back and think that you're a bad person for doing that, or you're evil and all this other nonsense, right? Don't get caught up with all those societal bullshits that they try to put on you. You feel what I'm saying? So that's pretty much all I want to say about that. Guys, if you have any questions, make sure you click the link below, and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below so you can send me a question and I'll do a video on it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which gives you 7 tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And number 3, I want you to click the link under that to go to badboymembership.com, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.